I still remember that morning like it happened yesterday. The hospital room smelled of antiseptic and hope. My body ached, but my heart was full of love. I had just brought my little angel into the world. Her tiny fingers wrapped around mine, fragile but strong, like she already knew she had to fight for her place in this world. I smiled through the exhaustion and whispered, "You're my miracle, my everything." But before I could even rest, the door opened. My husband, Ethan, walked in. His eyes, cold, distant, not the same eyes that once looked at me with love. He didn't smile. He didn't even glance at the baby. "Where's the doctor?" he asked, his voice clipped, almost irritated. I blinked in confusion. "She's coming soon." "Ethan, come here. Meet your daughter." He didn't move closer. He just stood there, jaw tight. "We'll see if she's mine first." Those words sliced through me like a blade. My heart froze. What do you mean?" Ethan looked away, his fists clenched. "You know exactly what I mean. I've heard enough, Anna. Don't pretend to be innocent." Tears filled my eyes. He can't be serious. This was the man I'd loved, the man who'd promised to protect me through everything. And now? He was accusing me? Before I could ask more, the doctor entered, smiling warmly. "Congratulations, Mrs. Wilson. Your baby is perfectly healthy." "You did wonderful." But Ethan cut her off sharply. "Doctor, I won't be signing anything until we confirm paternity." The room went silent. I could hear my heartbeat pounding in my ears. The doctor froze, confused. "Mr. Wilson, are you suggesting—" "Yes," he said coldly. "I want a DNA test before I sign the birth certificate." The doctor looked at me, then at him. Her smile faded into concern. "Mr. Wilson, this is highly unusual at this moment. Your wife just delivered—" "She's not my wife anymore," Ethan snapped. "She lost that right the moment she betrayed me." I gasped. "Ethan, stop, please!" But he turned his back on me and walked out. Just like that, my body trembled. The nurse came to my side, holding my hand. "Ma'am, breathe slowly, please, for your baby." I looked down at my daughter, still peacefully sleeping in my arms, unaware of the chaos that had just unfolded around her. My tears fell on her soft cheeks. "Shh, my little one," I whispered. "Mommy's here. Mommy won't let anyone hurt you." But inside, I was breaking. How did we get here? How did the man I loved turn into someone who could look at our baby and doubt her existence? As I lay there in that sterile hospital room, surrounded by beeping monitors and silence, a truth began to whisper in my heart. This wasn't just about jealousy. Something deeper was going on, something darker, and I didn't know it yet. But what the doctor was about to reveal would change everything. I stared at the closed door long after Ethan left. The air in the room felt heavy, like all the oxygen had been stolen away with him. The doctor sighed softly, looking at me with kind but worried eyes. "Anna, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. But right now you need to rest. Stress isn't good for your recovery or for your baby." I nodded, but I couldn't stop trembling. How could he say that? How could he think she isn't his? The doctor hesitated, then pulled a chair close. "Anna, has there been tension between you two lately?" I swallowed hard. Tension was an understatement. Ethan and I had been drifting apart for months. It started when his mother moved in with us. She never liked me, said I wasn't good enough for her only son. Every day was another insult disguised as advice. "Ethan deserves better. A woman with real class. Not a nurse who works night shifts," she used to whisper. But I stayed silent, for love, for peace. I thought when I got pregnant, everything would change. That maybe the baby would bring us closer. Instead, it made things worse. Ethan started coming home late, smelling of perfume I didn't wear. When I asked him, he'd accuse me of being paranoid. And now, this. The doctor reached out, gently touching my hand. "Anna, I need to tell you something." I looked up, wiping my tears. "What is it?" "Your baby was born a few weeks early. But she's healthy, strong actually. That's good news. However," she paused. "There's a small detail I noticed during delivery that concerns me." My heart skipped a beat. "Is something wrong with her?" "No, not physically," she said quickly. "But during your prenatal visits, there were some irregularities in your test results, things I wanted to discuss with you once you'd recovered." I frowned, confused. "Irregularities? What do you mean?" She hesitated again, then said softly, You've been under severe emotional stress, haven't you? A tear rolled down my cheek. Yes. That stress caused complications we didn't initially see. But the moment I saw your husband's reaction today, I realized something isn't right. His behavior, his anger, it feels fueled by something else. Something he believes but isn't true. My hands tightened around the baby's blanket. Doctor, what do you mean? She lowered her voice. He said you betrayed him. Did he ever tell you why he believes that? I shook my head slowly. No, he just started accusing me out of nowhere. I thought it was his mother's influence. The doctor sighed. It might be. Or it might be someone deliberately trying to ruin your life. I blinked in shock. Someone? Who would do that? She stood up, glancing toward the hallway. I think we'll find out soon. I asked Ethan to come back. I need both of you to hear what I have to say. My stomach tightened. My chest felt like it was collapsing in on itself. A few minutes later, the door opened again. Ethan walked in, with his mother right behind him, her expression smug, as if she had already won some invisible battle. The doctor looked between them, her professional calm hiding quiet anger. Mr. Wilson, I need you to sit. There's something we must discuss before you make any decisions. Ethan crossed his arms. I don't need another lecture, doctor. I just want proof this child is mine. The doctor held his gaze. And what if I told you I already have proof? He frowned. What? I reviewed all of Anna's medical records. Her ovulation cycle, conception date, and every ultrasound. The timeline doesn't just suggest you're the father, it confirms it beyond doubt. Ethan's mother scoffed. You doctors can fake anything these days. The doctor turned to her, firm and unshaken. Mrs. Wilson, science doesn't lie, but jealousy and manipulation do. I know exactly who's been spreading these rumors, and why. Ethan's eyes flickered between the doctor and his mother. What are you talking about? The doctor looked straight at him. The person who told you your wife was cheating, the one who showed you fake photos and messages, was your mother's friend, wasn't it? Ethan's expression changed instantly. Shock, guilt, confusion. How do you know that? The doctor opened a folder, pulling out a document. Because she used my clinic's letterhead to create those fake DNA results last month. And I reported her. The room went silent. Ethan's mother's face turned pale. What are you saying? She stammered. The doctor's voice turned sharp. I'm saying your little plan to ruin your daughter-in-law just backfired. Those fake reports are under investigation. You framed an innocent woman who just gave birth to your grandchild. I gasped, my heart pounding. Ethan's jaw dropped. Mom, tell me she's lying. But his mother looked away. The truth was out. For a moment, the room was completely still. You could hear the hum of the hospital lights, the beeping monitor counting each fragile second of silence. Ethan stared at his mother, eyes filled with disbelief. Mom, is that true? She didn't answer. Her hands trembled as she clutched her purse. I only did it for you, Ethan. You were blinded by love. She was trapping you. My heart stopped. Trapping you? You think carrying your son's child was a trap? She glared at me, voice rising. You've ruined my son's life since the day he met you. You're from a poor family, working night shifts like a servant. I knew you only married him for his money. The words burned like acid. I whispered, all I ever wanted was love, not money. Ethan turned toward her, eyes narrowing. You went this far? You faked medical documents? You accused my wife of cheating when she was carrying my child? His mother's lips trembled, but she said nothing. The doctor stepped forward, her tone steady but firm. Mr. Wilson, this kind of manipulation is not just cruel, it's criminal. If not for hospital ethics, I'd have already called the authorities. Ethan's face fell into his hands. His voice cracked. Oh my God, what have I done? He turned to me, his eyes glistening with guilt. Anna, I'm sorry, I didn't know. She showed me everything, the photos, the texts. I cut him off, my voice shaking. And you didn't even ask me once? You just believed her? The baby stirred softly in the crib beside me, a tiny sound breaking the silence. I looked at her, at the innocent life we'd brought into this mess. And my heart shattered. You let me carry your child alone. You left me when I needed you most. Do you have any idea what that did to me, Ethan? He knelt beside the bed, tears in his eyes. Please, Anna, I was angry, confused, manipulated. I should have trusted you. The doctor looked at me softly, then back at him. It's not too late to fix what's broken, but trust doesn't heal overnight. It takes time, is in truth. His mother suddenly snapped, voice cold and bitter. Don't you dare talk about fixing anything. This marriage is a mistake. She poisoned your mind, your career. Enough! Ethan's voice thundered through the room, startling even the nurse at the door. You've done enough damage. I can't believe I let you destroy my family. For the first time since I met him, Ethan's eyes looked different. Not weak, not angry, but truly awake. He turned to me, voice soft. Anna, I'll do whatever it takes to earn your forgiveness. I'll fix this, I swear. I looked at him. Part of me wanted to believe him. Another part wanted to scream. Ethan, you broke something inside me. You let doubt replace love. You let her lies replace your trust. That can't just disappear. He lowered his head, tears falling to the floor. The doctor placed her hand on my shoulder. You've both been through pain. But Anna, remember, you don't have to decide right now. Rest, heal, for your baby. Ethan wiped his eyes and looked at our daughter. For the first time, he touched her tiny hand. His voice trembled. She's so beautiful. I almost lost both of you because of my stupidity. But I didn't answer. My heart was numb. His mother stood frozen in silence, her face pale. She knew the truth had trapped her. The doctor turned to her one last time. Mrs. Wilson, I suggest you leave right now. This room is for healing, not for hate. She scoffed and walked out, but her eyes lingered on me, full of resentment. When the door shut behind her, I exhaled. Slowly, painfully. Ethan reached for my hand, but I gently pulled it back. You need to go home, Ethan. Let me be with our daughter. I need space. His face fell, but he nodded. I'll come tomorrow. I'll make things right, I promise. When he left, I finally let the tears fall. Silent, endless tears of betrayal, exhaustion, and a love that no longer felt safe. The doctor quietly dimmed the lights and whispered, You're stronger than you think, Anna. You survived the hardest part. Now, start living for you and her. I looked at my daughter again. And in that moment, I realized something. Maybe the pain was necessary. Maybe the heartbreak was just the beginning of a new kind of strength. Because I wasn't the same woman who walked into this marriage. I was a mother now, and I would never let anyone, not even love, break me again. The next morning, sunlight spilled gently through the curtains, breaking through the quiet hum of the hospital. I hadn't slept much. My mind replayed every word, every betrayal, every tear. When the nurse entered with breakfast, she smiled kindly. Your husband's been waiting outside all morning. He said he won't leave until he sees you. I looked down at my baby, peacefully sleeping in my arms. I whispered, maybe he's finally realizing what love really means. After a moment's hesitation, I nodded. Tell him he can come in. The door opened and Ethan walked in, eyes red, hair uncombed, holding a small bouquet of white lilies. He looked broken. He stood at the edge of the bed, voice trembling. I don't even know where to begin. I can't erase what I did, but please, Anna, give me one chance to make it right. I stared at him for a long moment. My voice was quiet but sharp as glass. One chance? You had 1,000, Ethan. You chose to believe everyone but me. You chose to walk away. He nodded, tears filling his eyes. I know, and I'll regret that for the rest of my life. He took a deep breath. I've already filed a report against Mom. The doctor gave me the evidence, the fake documents, the messages. She's going to have to face what she did. I blinked, shocked. You reported your own mother? He nodded slowly. Because she destroyed everything we had, and because she nearly destroyed you. I won't let her hurt you or our daughter again. For the first time, I saw something in him I hadn't seen before. Accountability. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a folded paper, and I signed it, the birth certificate. It's official. She's my daughter, legally, and in every way that matters. He placed it gently on the table beside me. I looked at the paper, then at my daughter's tiny hand resting on my chest. My heart softened, but it wasn't enough. Not yet, I sighed. Ethan, I don't know if I can forgive you right now. But I'm glad you're trying, he nodded. You don't have to forgive me today. Just let me be here. Let me help. At that moment, the door opened again, and to my surprise, it was his mother. Her face was pale, her eyes sunken. Anna, please. I didn't mean for things to go this far. I froze. You accused me of cheating. You tried to destroy your own grandchild's name. And now you're here asking for forgiveness? Tears filled her eyes. I lost everything. Ethan's company removed me from the board. My reputation is ruined. But when I saw that baby's face in the photo he sent me, I realized what I almost destroyed. Ethan stood silently, watching her crumble. She knelt down, trembling. I'm sorry, Anna. I don't deserve forgiveness, but I had to say it. I was blinded by pride. You were right. I never saw your heart, only your background. I stared at her for a long, heavy moment. My voice was steady. I forgive you, but not for you. For me, because I refuse to carry your hate anymore. She looked up, eyes wide. You forgive me? I nodded. Yes. But forgiveness doesn't mean trust. That will take time. She nodded weakly and left, her footsteps echoing down the hall. Ethan turned to me, his voice breaking. You're the strongest person I know. I looked at him, not with anger anymore, but with quiet strength. No, Ethan. I'm just a woman who's finally learned to stop depending on someone else to believe in her. He lowered his head, whispering, I want to believe in you now, every day. For the first time, I smiled softly. Then start by believing in yourself. Be the father she deserves. He looked at the baby and nodded, tears falling freely. I will, I promise. The rain outside turned into sunlight, breaking through the clouds. It felt like the world was breathing again. The doctor peeked in, smiling. You've had a long night, but I see healing in this room now. I nodded. Healing? Yes, but not the end, because deep inside, I knew something was still waiting. A final test of love, truth, and redemption. They say time heals everything. But I've learned, time doesn't heal, truth does. And that truth finally came knocking on my door. It was a week after my daughter and I came home from the hospital. Ethan visited every day, bringing groceries, changing diapers, reading bedtime stories. He was trying, desperately, sincerely. But my heart was still unsure. Then one afternoon, the doctor called. His tone was serious. Mrs. Anna, he said, I think you should come in. There's something you need to see. Something about the tests. My pulse quickened. Is my baby okay? He replied gently. Your baby is perfect. But it's about your husband's test. The doctor handed me a sealed file. These were the original results, the ones your mother-in-law had requested secretly before we did the official test. She tampered with them. We have security footage confirming that. I opened the file, my hands trembling. Inside were 2 DNA results. One falsified, claiming Ethan was not the father. One genuine, proving beyond doubt that he was. I stared at the papers. She really went that far? The doctor sighed. I'm sorry, Mrs. Anna. It was all manipulation. You were innocent from the beginning. Cut to Anna's home. Ethan sits on the couch holding their baby. Anna walks in, holding the file. Ethan, I said softly. He looked up, his face filled with love and fear. What is it? I placed the file on the table. The truth. He opened it slowly, and when he saw the genuine report, his eyes widened. He read it again and again until tears fell from his eyes. Anna, his voice broke. I destroyed everything because of lies. Because I didn't trust you. I looked at him, not with anger anymore, but with a kind of calm strength. Yes, you did, but the truth was always there, waiting for you to believe in it. He placed the paper down and took my hand. I don't deserve your forgiveness, but if you give me even one chance, I'll spend the rest of my life proving my love for you and for her. I looked down at our baby, her little fingers curling around mine. And for the first time in months, I felt peace. I whispered, forgiveness isn't about deserving, Ethan. It's about letting go of pain so love can grow again. He nodded, crying silently. Then let me start over, as the man who will never doubt you again. Scene fades to a few months later, the family at a small park. Ethan pushes the stroller as Anna walks beside him. Laughter fills the air. Birds chirp. The pain has not vanished, but it has transformed into strength. Anna's voice narrates softly. We all make mistakes. Some of them break us, but sometimes those breaks become the cracks where light enters. My story wasn't about betrayal anymore. It was about rediscovering truth, trust, and myself. She smiles at Ethan, who lifts their baby high into the air as sunlight glows behind them. In the end, love doesn't survive because it's perfect. It survives because someone chooses to fight for it, even after everything has fallen apart. Camera zooms in on Anna's face as she looks into the sunset, holding her baby.